Hey there everyone, what's up? This is Dhiram here and I hope that you all are doing well, enjoy coding and learning. So today we are going to create a web page for a yoga institute, and here is the overview of this project. Then we'll start coding this one. This is the top bar with some social icons, then a brand or logo with nav links. Here is the image slider from Bootstrap. This is the about us section, and the slider is working. Okay, it is working, it is functioning. So here is the about us section with the image, nice shadow, and the icons. It has the icons with some 3D effect, and then we have a button. When I hover over it, you can see that it has nice it is responding, it's looking nice. Then we have a services section here. In this section, we have used the font awesome icons, the cards, and the font awesome icons we have used here in a little bit different way, a little bit different fashion. And then here is a pricing section. Then when I hover over it, you guys can see that when I hover the mouse over the card, it has a nice shadow. Then we do have a gallery section, and let me show you that this here I have used the Lightbox, Jquery Lightbox, and it has the image title, plus this button is working. It is working from here, and this closing button also working from here. Then we have a Bootstrap accordion here with this FAQ title, and when I click on it, it closed. When I click on this, it opens, so it is also fully functioning. Then here is the footer section, and with some footer credits. Let me show you the responsiveness of this project. So when I click on it, let me show you. So everything stacked on top of each other nicely. Here is the menu, and when I click on it, it closed. And here is the title button. Slider is working, the image about us section, and then we do have a services section. Again, the cards are stacked on top of each other. Then here we have a pricing section with the pricing cards, and then we do have a gallery section, and the gallery section is also working. If I click on the image, you guys can see that the image is appearing here and it is responsive. Then let me show you the FAQ or the accordion here. Accordion is also working in the same fashion, and then the footer is here. So this is what we are going to create. Let's move on to the editor and start working on this web page. I'm using VS Code editor if you are new here. For you guys, it's a VS Code editor or Visual Studio Code editor. I've already created a folder. My folder name is Yoga Record, and I do have images in this. All the images I have got from here, pexels.com. You guys can see the words I have searched for. So yoga, these are the keywords I've searched for. I've used this image. From here you guys can change the orientation. I've used the horizontal orientation. I've used this image. Then I've used, I think, this image, and I have used this image, like all the images. This image also, this one, I've used this image too. And like you guys can see, there are many you guys can get according to your choice. I've used images from here. I've used this image and this image also. So I hope that you understand that from where I got the images. All the images I've got from here, pexels.com. Okay, let me close this. Okay, now let me go back to my editor. Here I would like to go with a file which is going to be index.html. Then I would like to create another file, and it is going to be main.css. Okay, here in the index.html I have an extension of Bootstrap 4, so I'm just saying B4, and I just pressed enter. Hold on, B4. 4, and here is the abbreviation, and here is the starter template or a boilerplate for Bootstrap. Then in place of this title, I would like to change yoga rec, and here I would, in the head section, I would like to link my CSS or style sheet. So related to style sheet, and each ref is going to be main.css. Then I would like to have a font awesome icons here, because I've told you guys that here I have used these icons, and here all these icons I've got from Font Awesome icon. Here is the website of Font Awesome, fontawesome.com. So how you guys can do this: mention your email address, press this button, and follow the instructions from your email. Get the code. I have already got mine. My code is here. I'm just going to copy and paste this code. I just copied it and I'm going to paste it within the head section. Here we are. Okay, and then the next thing is I'm going to use Google Fonts. So here is the Google Fonts. Type Google Fonts. Here is the Google Fonts. And from here I would like to choose some fonts for my page. And you know what, like, let's go with the Montserrat, and they are very nice, and what we should say, it's a very good font actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this light one, then I'm going to use the regular one, and I would like to use the bold one. So here is the, let's use semi-bold. Okay, and if you want, you guys can use you guys can download it. I'm not going to download, I just want to use the links, the CDN links. So from here I just copy it and I want to paste it within the head section again. Plus, let me go back and let me show you for the CSS. Let me copy this, and here in the main.css I would like to say body. Within the body I have pasted the code. Okay, I think we have done with all the essential elements of this web page. Let me close this one and this one too. So now we are here, and in the body section I need some room for my code. So here we are. Now first of all, I would like to go with the top bar. Let me show you. I'm talking about this top bar, okay, this email, font, and these icons. Okay, so here we are, and for this I would like to go with the comments, top bar, then let's say end of top bar, and here we would like to, I would like to go with the section element. I would like to assign it an ID. The ID is going to be top bar. Then I would like to go with a class. This class is going to be display none for the smaller screens, and display for the larger screens it is going to display in a block. Then I would like to go with a div. This div is going to have a class. This class is going to be contact display flex. Then I want to have another div assigning it a class, and this class is going to be contact info with margin right auto. And I would like to go with a font awesome icon. So here it has to be FES, FE, and envelope. Then we have to go with the anchor tag href. This href you should have an address of the email or an email address here. So I'm just saying email@example.com. Then after, I would like to go with another font awesome icon class. So this class is going to be font, VSFA font, and then here I would like to go with number. So the number is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then after this, I would like to go with another div, a new div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be social links. And here, let's say the first one, I would like to have a class here. So this class is going to be Twitter. Then I would like to go with a font awesome icon here, FA Twitter. And I would like to copy and paste it for a couple of times, the same link. Copy this, paste it here and here. And now I want to change these classes and the titles. So let's say Facebook, and it is also going to be Facebook. Then this Twitter and this, I'm pressing the Alt key from my keyboard to select both of them at a time. And here I would like to say Instagram. Okay, I've saved it already. Now let's move on to the browser. I'm using my live server. So here we are. This is the yoga rec, or the folder name. Sorry, the title of the web page, not the folder. Folder name is also same, and here is the title. And here is the email, the phone number or the font with the icon, and here are the social icons. I want to style it right now, but you know what I'm thinking? Let's have this nav bar, or let's style this first. Okay, so in the main.css, let's start styling our top bar. First of all, I would like to go with the comments, and let me close this thing. Top bar, and then let's say end of top bar. Here we go. Okay, here I would like to use the ID of top bar, and then I would like to go with the background. It's not attachment, it's a color, so the background color is going to be white here. Then I would like to go with the padding. Padding is 10 pixels and 0. Let's go with the bottom, which is going to be 1 pixel solid, and let's use the color almost white. And then we have to use the font size, and the font size is going to be 14 pixels. Let's save it. Let me show you on here. Now you guys can see that it has a nice border plus the pixels of the font pixel. And then I would like to go with the, let me change it to 15, I think. Not 16, 15. Alright, okay. Then after, I would like to go with the contact info. So for this, I'm using the top bar ID, and I would like to use the class of top contact info link. Then here it is saying that the line height is going to be 1. Then we are going to use the color. It's a grayish color or a gray color. Then let's use the transition and 0.3 seconds. Okay, let's save it. Then we have to, again, I would like to go with the same selector. I'm just copying this selector, and here I want to paste it. Then I want to go with the hover, and here the color is going to be 01B 1D7. Okay, then I do have the same selector, but here I want to change something. I don't want to go with this A, I want to go with I, with font awesome icon. And here again the color I want to have is this one. Then I want to go with the padding. This one means 01B 1D7, and the padding I want to go with 4 pixels. Okay, let me show you what's going on there. Here you guys can see. Now the next thing is, let's go with the font icon. So I do have the selector. I want to use the same one by pasting this, and here I want to use the font icon class. So here the padding left is going to be 20 pixels, and then I want to use margin left. It is also going to be 20 pixels. Then I want to use the border left, and it is going to be 1 pixel solid, and I want to change it to color of 010631. And let's see if okay, I do need the important flag here. Okay, so important, it will show, don't worry about it. Then we have to use the social links here. So for this, let's bring it here, and I just want to just check something. I thought that I made some kind of error, but it isn't yet. I didn't see that. Okay, now let's do the next one, which is going to be top bar, and the top bar is going to use the social icons, social links, spelling of social links, and then anchor tag. Let's use the color, which is going to be 01B1D7, and let's use the padding here, which is going to be 4 pixels and then 12 pixels. Now let's use the display property, and it is going to say inline block. Then we have to use the line height, which is going to be 1, transition 0.3 seconds, border left, and border left is going to be 1 pixel solid. Again, I want to use the color 010631. Now let's use the ID of top bar with the class of social links, anchor tag, and hover. And the color we are going to use here is again 01B1D7. Let me bring it here. Then I would like to go with the top bar ID and the social links class with an anchor tag, and let's say first child. So the first child is going to have a border left of 0. Okay, let's save it and move on to the browser. Okay, so we do have the borders and the email, but I made a mistake somewhere. I need to check because here it is showing here within the middle, so there must be a mistake somewhere. Let me check, okay, and then we'll start working on it again. So here is the mistake I have found. You know, it's not a contact, it's a container. It's a container and display flags. So now if we go to the browser, you can see that it is appearing nicely, but by mistake I have used a contact class here. Because of this contact class, you know, it is showing like it's not looking good, it's looking ugly. So for this, again, it's a container. My apologies for this. So here we are. Okay, so we do have a top bar. Now the next thing is we have to go with the nav link and this slider. So let's work with this thing. Okay, here in the editor, I would like to remove these extra spaces, and I would like to go with the nav element. So then first of all, let's have a comment nav bar, end of nav bar. Okay, within these lines, let's start working. Okay, I would like to go with the nav element, assigning it a class. This class is going to be nav bar. Then we again want to have a nav bar expand bootstrap class large. Then we have to go with this BG color I would like to use in CSS for background color. Then let's have an ID. This ID is going to be my nav bar. Okay, and it's a bootstrap nav bar, so I'm sure that you guys know about it because in all of the previous projects I have used this one constantly. And here it is a class. The class is going to be container. Then we have to go with an anchor tag, assigning it a class. This class is going to be nav bar brand. Then we have to say let's go with the link. Actually, what I usually do, let me cut it from here, paste it here. Okay, and nav bar brand. Then here I should say yoga. Actually, I was trying to find some attractive name for this, but I couldn't, and I just used the yoga. Then let's use a button element, assigning it a class. This class is going to be nav bar toggler. Again, bootstrap class. Then we have to use the button. The type of this button is going to be button, and then we have to use the data toggle and collapse. Then data target, and it is going to be, I'm going to use an ID. Again, this ID, what is the name of my ID is my nav bar. Okay, Then I would like to go with ARIA controls, and the ARIA controls are going to be my nav. Then we have to say ARIA expanded, and it's going to be false. Then we should go with ARIA label, which would be toggle navigation. Okay, let's close it. Here I'm not using, this time I'm not using font awesome icon, I'm just using a span element, and I just want to say menu. Okay, usually I use a span font awesome icon class here, or font awesome icon bars icon here, but this time I'm using menu. You guys, if you want to use the bars, please go for that. Then let's have a div here, assigning it a class. This class is going to be collapse navbar collapse, and again id my nav. Then I would like to go with unordered list, assigning it a class. This class is going to be navbar nav margin left is going to be auto. Then I would like to go with the list item with a class. The class is going to be nav item. I want to use an active class, but I don't want to go with that. And href. Then let's have a class, and this class is going to be nav link. And here the class is going to be home. So what I'm going to do, I just want to copy and paste this li and for several times, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, the first one is home, the second one is going to be about, the third one is going to be services. Then we have to go with the pricing, gallery, contact. Okay, so we have done with our nav. Let's go back to the browser, and here we are. Here is the brand name and all the nav links. Okay, now let's style it. Okay, so for this, here is the main.css, and in the CSS I would like to remove all these extra spaces first. Then we will go with styling this thing. Okay, so let's have comments here. Navbar. Let me copy this or paste it here, and I should say end of the navbar. Now within these lines, let's start writing our code or our style. So first of all, bg color, we have used this bg color class there, and let's say background is going to be 2e 2ae 4ee. Okay, this is the background color we are going to use in this one. Then we have to use the nav link, and the nav link color, I just want to go with the black. Then we have to go with the brand, so navbar brand. The color for the brand is going to be 051755 and 051755. 725. It's not 525. And I need to use the important flag with this one because we are overriding. So excuse me. So here is the important flag. Then we have to go with the font weight, which is going to be bold. And I think we have to go with font size, which would be 40 pixels. Okay. And let's save it. Where is the browser? Okay. Let's go to the inspect element, and from here is the menu. Okay, it is appearing, but we cannot see this. We need to check. Let's fix the slider and then we will check this. Okay, but it is working. If you guys want to have hover, so let me go with the hover also. Sorry, nav link hover, not nav link hover. Hold on, nav item, sorry, nav item. Here the color is going to be I just want to check it. How does it look? Okay, it's looking good. And if just say font weight bold, and if you guys want to give any kind of transition, go. Okay, yeah, it's looking good. So we have done with the nav bar. Now let's go and start working with this slider. Here we are, index.html. Let me remove all these extra spaces. Let's start the hero section and end of hero section. So end of hero section. Now I need some room in these lines, and I would like to go with the div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be container fluid. Then I would like to go with another div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be raw. Let's have another div with a class, and this class is going to have a column. Then this no padding, we are going to use this no padding in our CSS. Then let's have a div, assigning it an ID. This ID could be anything, whatever you guys want. So I just want to name it hero slider, and then I would like to go with a class. This class is going to be carousel, and here is the bootstrap class. So the carousel and this slide class we are going to use in CSS. Then we would like to go with a data ride, and it is going to be carousel. Now here it's just for my convenience, and from here we are going to start the slides. Okay, so the div, assigning it a class, carousel, spelling of my carousel item. It's a bootstrap class, and it is not going to be carousel item, sorry, it is going to be carousel inner. And now we are going to have a carousel item class, carousel item, then slide. This carousel item is a bootstrap class. This slide one we are going to use in CSS, and then let's have an active class here. Then after this, I would like to go with another div, and this div is going to have a class. This class is going to be carousel caption, margin bottom 5, text right. Okay, let's go with heading 1, having a class display 3, text capitalize, and margin bottom 2, then text is going to be normal. Okay, then I would like to go with the first title, which is going to be, or let's say text bold. Yeah, bold. Yoga life. I apologize that I'm not too descriptive with the title, but bear with me with these titles. Now let's have a href, and then after this, it should be this one. Let's have a class here. This class is going to be btn large, and median large is going to have a margin bottom of 5. Then text is going to be uppercase, and let's have a site btn. Plus I would like to use a gradient, so I'm saying site button gradient. And then I would like to go with join us. Okay, the next thing is what I'm thinking. I should get the same link, like same div, this div, and I should copy this, paste it here, and another time. And here we are just going to change the slides. So the first one is slide 1, the second one is going to be slide 2, and the third one is going to be slide 3. Plus we have to remove this active class, all these two active classes from here, and it is done. Let me add something else here. It shouldn't be yoga life, it should be yoga lover. And the next one is, I'm sure it is not as appealing as it has to be, but I hope that you understand the concept. Now the next thing is, after having this, we have to go with the, okay, so now here let's have an anchor tag, assign it with an href. Here we are going to use the ID. Our ID was hero slider, and then let's have a class. And this class is going to be carousel control preview. Okay, and then we would like to go with the role. The role for this, let me have it in the second line. The role for this is going to be button, and then let's have a data slide, and the data slide is going to be preview. Then I would like to go with a, hold on, font awesome icon here. So class is going to be FA arrow circle left, and then after this let's have a span element, and okay, just leave this span, no need to go with this span. Okay, then I would like to copy and paste the same anchor tag, copy this. In the span element I was thinking to use the screen only option, but screen only class, but I don't want to go with this. If you guys want, please feel free to go with that. Here and here, and it is going to be next. Okay, and it has only, yeah, and here in place of this left, let's go with right. Save it. And the next thing is yeah, I was okay. I think it's enough. I don't think that I should go with that. Okay, let's go to the browser and see how is it. Okay, so you guys can see there when I hover over the mouse, there is a link, a pointer is pointing to something, but because of the white background, and this background, it is not so visible, but now you can see that something is highlighting here. Let's go to the main.css and start styling this, so then it would be easy for us to see. Okay, here let's have a comment of hero section. So let's say hero section, and here it is going to be end of the hero section. Now here, first of all, let's get the slide class. So slide 1, then we do have a slide 2, and then we do have a slide 3. Here we would like to go with the minimum height, which is 80 view height. I would like to use the clip path polygon, and here I would like to say 0, 0, 100%, oops, 0, 0 and 100%. Then I would like to go with 0, and then again 100%, 100%, and then 0 and 82%. Okay, after this, let's have a slide 1 class, slide 1, where we would like to go with the background. Background is going to be linear gradient to right, RGBA 279, then 99, and then 0.9. Okay, let's have another RGBA, and it is going to be RGBA. This one is going to be 5, 183, 192, 0.5. Let's have a URL here, and for the URL, let's go with image, slide 1. Let's assign it the properties, so center, cover, fixed, and no repeat. Okay, no repeat. Then I would like to copy the theme. Let me paste it here. It is going to be slide 2, and the image is also going to be slide 2. Now I would like to change the colors to 79909, and it is going to be 5, 1, 52, and 0.5. Okay, then let's have another slide, which is going to be the third slide, and here is also the slide 3, and then we have to change the colors here again. So here in this one, the color is going to be 14, then it is going to be 52, and this one is going to be 2 and 15, 54 and 0.5. Okay, let's save it. Now let's use the no padding class. So no padding, and padding is going to be 0 here. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see if we have done everything fine. Yep. So okay, now we have to work with this button. So for this button, I would like to have a, let me show you that there is a same button here in all the web page, like this one, and here, then in the pricing section. So I would like to declare this button or define this button internationally, means globally. So let's move on top and let's have a global styling for the button. Let's say button, and button has a class of site BDN, and let's use a display property with inline block. Border is going to be none, font size 16 pixels, font weight is going to be 600. The minimum width for this is going to be 167 pixels. Let's use the padding of 14 pixels and 30 pixels. Then we would like to go with the border radius. Border radius, which is going to be 50 pixels. Then we have to go with the color, which would be white, and line height normal, cursor pointer, text align center, letter spacing 1 pixel. Okay, it's not finished yet. Then we have to have a background here. So the background, for the background I would like to use the colors from here. Okay, the slide 2. So let me copy this and let me go back here, and I think I choose background 2. Yep. Let's go to the browser. Okay, so what we can do, let's make the color a little bit lighter. From here it has to be this one, and yep, and a little bit lighter from this side too, because it's too dark. It should be here. Let's see. Yep, now it's looking okay to me, but you guys can go it according to your own choice. And then after this, let's have a site button hover, site BDN hover. Here the hover is going to have a color of white. Okay, I've saved it. Site BDN hover. Yeah, it's not working yet because we have to do something else also. So I'll show you guys what is that something else. Okay, site button hover. Then we have to use the site button and the site button gradient. So here the color is going to be white. Then padding is going to be 13 pixels and 29 pixels. Position is going to be relative. Transition is going to be all 0.4 seconds. Z index, which is going to be 1. Then we have to go with the, let me get this same selector. Alright, paste it here. And it has to be a pseudo class after. Then we have to go with the content and position. Here the position is going to be absolute. Spelling of the absolute is wrong here. Okay, now let me bring it here. Absolute. Then we have to go with the width. The width of this, I'm using a calc function here. The calc function is going to have 100% minus 4 pixels. And then we have to use it for the height. Again, using a calc function, 100% minus 4 pixels. And the top for this is going to be 2 pixels. Then we have to go with the left, and it is also going to be 2 pixels. Then we would like to go with the border radius. And here the border radius is going to be 80 pixels. The next thing is background, and background color, or just a background, it is going to be white. Then I would like to go with Z index again. Here we are going to use -1. Let's use the opacity. The opacity is going to be 0. Then let's have a filter, and the filter property is going to use alpha. Alpha opacity is equal to 0. And then let's use the transition here. The transition is going to be all 0.4 seconds, not W's. And let me bring it here. Okay. So the next thing is I already have a selector. So this, and I would like to go with the hover. And here the color is going to be 010C2C. And then I would like to go hover after. So here it is, it has to be hover, and then let's have it after. And then we would like to go with the opacity of 1, and filter is going to have a opacity of alpha actually. And for this, let me remove it. I would like to copy this filter alpha property from there, and let me paste it here. And here it is not going to be 0 but 100. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see what we have done with ours. Okay, so you guys can see the button. When I hover over it, it has a nice opacity, a nice effect. So look at this, it's looking great. It gives the on-off feel here. Okay, so we have done with our slider section. And now the next is we have to work with the kind of about us, or this welcome section. Okay, let's move on and start working with that. Here is our index.html. I would like to remove the extra spaces from here, from this side too. Okay, let's save it. And we have to work with the about section. First of all, I would like to go with the comments about section. Then we have to say end of about section, and here we would like to go with the section element, then assigning it a class. The class is going to be about section. The next thing is going to be a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container, and this container is going to have again a div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be section title, and then text is going to be center. Okay, it's a class. Then we have to use a heading 2 element here, and let's say welcome to yoga. Okay, whatever you want to name it. I just want to, it's not meaningful, but welcome to yoga or yoga class or institution. I don't know. Now let's have a p element, and let's have some lorem ipsum. That could be of 12 words. Okay. The next is we would have a div. This div is going to have a class. The class is going to be raw. Another div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to have a column of large 6. Let's have another div, assigning it a class. It is going to be about image, and let's have an image here. The image is going to have a source. The source is img. All the images are here in this img folder, and it has a about.jpg image. Now let's assign it a class, which is going to be image fluid for the responsiveness. And alt, right now I'm not going to do anything, but you guys should go. Okay, this is the, let me show you that what we have done here. So here we are. The image section is done here, like this section. Now we have to go and work with this section. Okay, so here we are, and let's have a div here, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column large 6. Then again div, assigning it a class. It is going to be about item. And then we do have another div, assigning it a class, which is going to be about icon. And another div, but a font awesome icon class, FAB diaspora. And you know, I didn't get the exact yoga, yoga icons, so I just used what I thought that they are associated to yoga. Okay, then the next one is let me bring it here, and the next one is again about item. What I should do, let's copy this, paste it here. No, sorry, not this. Let me have the division and another div. We have to have another div here. So this div is going to have a class, and this class is going to be about text. Okay, then we would like to go with the heading 4 element and lorem ipsum 1. Okay, and then any kind of category. So p element with the text of 13 words. Okay, So what I'm going to do for the next one, I would just want to copy and paste it for a couple of times, here and here. Now I just want to change the icons. So the first icon and the text, 2, and here the icon is going to be cannabis, and the third one is going to be, what would be the third one? D&D. So here it's FES, not FAB. It's not a brand. It's just without that. And the other one is FABFA. It has to be D and D. Okay, and this is going to be third one. Let's save it and let's see. Then we will. So we do have the icons, text, and titles. Okay, now we need a button. So first of all, let's go back and let's have a button element here. So here I would like to go with the button element href, and let's assign it a class. The class is going to be site, bdn, and gradient, and margin top 5, where we should say explore more. Save it. Let's go back to the browser. Okay, so we do have a button here. We already styled for our button. Now let's start styling this section. Okay, so here in the main.css, I'm going down. Let me remove these extra spaces, and let's start working for the about section. End of about section. Okay, let's go with the section title class, section title, where the text align is going to be center, and let's have a margin. We can have this in bootstrap classes, but I just bring it here. And then we have to work with the about section. So the about section is going to have a padding top 110 pixels, and then let's have a padding bottom of 105 pixels. Then let's use a about item class, which is going to have a margin bottom of 30 pixels. Then image, about image, and the image is going to have a box shadow 0, 10 pixels, then 29 pixels, 0, and RGBA. So it is going to be 6, 1, 48, and 0.5. Okay, now let's have a about item. I just need to check something. I'm just okay. I thought it's items, but it's item, about item. And then let's have a about icon. Let's use the float here, which is going to be left. The width of this is going to be 100 pixels. height is also going to be 100 pixels. Let's use the border, 1 pixel solid. Then we have to go with 0.99 f5. Let's go with margin right, which is going to be 20 pixels. Border radius, which would be 50%. Display flags, justify content center. Then box shadow. Box shadow is going to be, this one. So I just want to copy this and let me paste it here, save it, do semicolons, and then we should go with the about icon and I element, where the color is going to be 09 D9 F5. First of all, let's save this thing and let's see. Okay, so it's done. Not at all. Let's have to do some other things and then we will fix, then it will be fine. Okay, then the next thing for this is, then let's use the about item and about text, where the overflow is going to be hidden. And then padding top is going to be 10 pixels. I'm thinking something else for the button. You know what? Let me go on top, and here for the button, despite using this to write, I should change it to, let me change it. Okay, so I think it would be more easier for more attractive, 145 degrees, and the color is going to be not this. Okay, and just a minute, the color is going to be 7DEE FD and 0%. Then I would like to go with another color, which is going to be F5DB 1F6 and 100%. Then we have to go with, this shouldn't be here actually. Okay, let's save it and let's see how does it look. So yeah, now it's looking good actually, and this one is also. So this is going to be more visible here. Yeah, and this is green. So sorry, just a minute. And this is green. Yep. Now it is similar to this one, according to the demo, similar to the demo site. Okay, let's go back, and here, okay, padding we have done. It's not the padding, it's about text, and we should go with about item, about text, and about item. I should check something if I have used it. Okay, so here is the icon, about icon, and it's a icon. So you know what I'm thinking to do. About text, let's have a about item, and then about text heading 4, where the font weight is going to be 400 and margin bottom is going to be 15 pixels. And let's have a about item class with about text p element, where the font size is going to be 16 pixels, and margin bottom is going to be 0. Then we have to go with, let me check my class again, about icon, and I would like to go with the about item and about icon. Here the text align is going to be center, and about item, and then not here, text align center. Just a minute, let me check something. If it needs, then we will go with that thing, otherwise we don't need. Yeah, we need to. Okay, so for this text center, and then we have to go with float none, margin is going to be 0, auto 15 pixels. Let's save it, move on to the browser. No, this isn't, I don't want this. Actually, I've made a mistake somewhere. I need to check, because I want it to be in the center. And about icon, just a minute, let me have it. No, because I want it to be here in the middle of this circle. So let me check. I made a mistake somewhere. So I have found a mistake here. I forgot to add these for these icons. I forgot to add padding top, which is going to be 30 pixels. Okay, so now it's good. Now it's looking good. And the next thing is we do need some. First of all, let's check the responsiveness, and then we will do something else. Okay, first of all, here we are in the inspect element, and the dock is going to be this, and here is the menu. I click on it. The menu is not appearing. There is some problem in the menu. We'll fix that issue too. We have to fix that. And yes, here we have to fix this thing also. So from here it is too much towards the image. So let's go back. We'll fix the menu issue also, and then where is the menu? Okay, we need to fix this. And first of all, let's make it responsive, make this section responsive. And for that, let's use @media. The max width for this is going to be 576 pixels. Then we have to go with the about item and about icon, where we should say float none. Then let's have a margin bottom which is going to be 20 pixels. Then we have to go with, again, add media on the screen, and the minimum width for this is going to be 768 pixels. Then we have to go with the max width, which would be 991 pixels. Then again we have to go with on the screen, and here the minimum width is going to be 576 pixels, and let's have a maximum width. This is going to be 767 pixels, and we have to go with again a max width, which would be 576 pixels. Now we have to say that the about image is, I have to text align center, and margin bottom is going to be 50 pixels. Move on to the browser, and let's see how does it behave now. Okay, so now it has a, I'm just thinking about the menu. We'll fix this. I think I made any typo mistake, and here is the image and the icons. Okay, now let's move on to the next section, this services section. So here we do have the icons in some different style. So let's move on to the editor, and here in the index.html, let me remove these extra spaces, save it. Let's start with the comments. So services section, and then let's say end of the services section. Then we have to go with the section element. Let's have a class of services, and let's say section background, padding top 5. Then we have to use a div assigning it a class. This class is going to be container. Let's have another div assigning it a class. This class is going to be section title. Let's have heading 2 here, which is going to be services, and let's say text, font weight are okay, I don't want to go with any class, let it be like this. Then we have to go with p element with some lorem ipsum of 10 words. Then we have to go with another div assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw. Let's have another div assigning it a class. This class is going to be column large 4 and column medium 6 for medium devices. Then let's have a division assigning it a class. This class is going to be icon box, and let's have another div assigning it a class. This is going to be icon. Then we have to go with font awesome icon. Class is going to be FAS, FA, cannabis. And now we are here. I'm going to declare the inline styling. So style, let's have a color, and the color is going to be FF689B. Let me bring it here, and it should be here also. Okay, and then after it's finished here, then we have to go with the heading 4 and assigning it a class. This class is going to be title. Then let's have an anchor tag, href, and some lorem ipsum text. Then after, let's have a p element, assigning it a class. This class is going to be description. And here we should go with some text of 14 word lorem text. And I've made a mistake here. My mistake is this: it shouldn't be here. It is an sorry, it shouldn't be there, but it should be here. Okay, and then next is the next thing is this division is close, so I'm thinking to copy and paste it for a couple of times. Okay, so first of all, not couple of times, but I think I need to copy and paste it for several times, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So for this, what I'm going to do, just let me get this one, copy this, I want to paste it here, and here I would like to change the icon. So my second icon is FAB, FAD, and D, and the style is going to be E9BF06, and let's name it lorem ipsum 2. Okay, well, let's save it and let's see in the browser first. So here is our browser, and there is a problem here. It shouldn't be here. I've made a mistake while copying pasting. So where is the mistake I've made? Let me check. Yeah, it shouldn't be here actually. Let me delete it from here. It should be here. Okay, and yes, now it's fine. Okay, let's go back and let's have another one, the third one. So save it and let's see, because I don't want to go with. Okay, so let's change the icon here. So this time, the third one, the icon is going to be FAS, FA. It's not FAS, sorry, FAB. It's a brand, FAB, and Vera. And the color here, I would like to go with, the color is 3FCDC7, 3FCDC7, and it is going to be lorem ipsum 3. Then let me check if I do have the exact icon or not. Okay, do have the same icon. Now the other one is going to be let's see where let's check. Okay, and I made a mistake in another div, I think. Let me check, because yeah, there should be another div. Again, I need another div, closing div, and we'll change the icons later. And the last one, let's check the last closing div. Okay, so okay, now let's change the rest of the icons. So the third icon after this, it is going to be after the DND, it is going to be no yeah, it has to be feather, so it is FAS feather alt, and the color for this is going to be 41C F2E, and the next one is going to be a leaf. So here it is. It should be FESFA leaf, and the leaf color is going to be 22FFED, and the last one is going to be here FASFASFA life ring, and this is going to be 4680FF. Save it, and it should be lorem ipsum 6 5, and let's have a 4. Then this one is 3, 2, and 1. Save it, move on to the browser, and let's see. Okay, so we do have the categories plus the icons. Now let's move on to the style sheet, and let's style them like this. And for this, let's here in the editor main.css, remove these extra spaces, and here we go. Let's say services section, and then end of services section. Okay, first of all, let's go with the section background class, where the background is going to be ABD 2F736. Okay, it's kind of grayish and bluish. Then we have to go with the services icon box, where the padding is going to be 30 pixels. Let's use the position relative, and overflow hidden. Border radius is going to be 10 pixels. because let me show you from here. You know, it is not completely rounding, only the edges are a little bit rounded, so we are using that. Right, the border radius is going to be 10 pixel. Then we have to use the margin, and margin is going to be 0, 10 pixels, 40 pixel, again 10 pixel. Let's use the background, where the background is going to be white, and box shadow. So for the box shadow, I would like to get the properties from here. Okay, all these box shadow properties are going to be here, and 614, 48, and 0.5. And then let's use the transition here. Transition is going to be all 0.3 seconds, ease, in, out. Okay, then let's use the hover effect. So the services and icon box, then let's use the hover, where transform property is going to have a translate, but it should be Y, translate Y, and -5 pixels. Then let's use the services icon, services icon, position is going to be absolute. Let's use the left, which is going to be -20 pixels, and it is for the, you know, okay, let me do this. So just notice, keep it in mind, and you guys will understand this. Then let's use the top and calc function, where 50% is going to -30 pixels. Okay, then we have to use the services icon selector. I just want to copy this selector, pasting it here, and I use the font awesome icon. Then the I class, so font size of this is going to be 64 pixels. Then the line height would be 1, and let's use the transition, which is going to be 0.5 seconds. Let's see. Okay, so you guys can see this, these icons. So yeah, okay, these icons are here. Now the next thing is we have to go with the services title. So the services title class is going to have a margin left. Then we have to go with the margin left is going to be 40 pixels. Then font weight, this is going to be 600, and I would like to go with the margin bottom, which would be 15 pixels. Font size is going to be 18 pixels, and let's use the services title link element or anchor tag, so which is going to have a color of black. Then we have to go with the services icon box, hover, title, anchor tag, color is going to be 49B5, 49B5, E7, and then the last we have to go with the services description. So the services description we have to go with the font size of 14 pixels. Then margin left is going to be 40 pixels. Then we have to go with the line height, which would be 24 pixels. Margin bottom is going to be 0. Let's save it, move on to the browser. There would be a problem somewhere. Let's check. Services description and the title. Again, title even didn't change the color. Services title. Again, the title again, it didn't change. No, it's here. Sorry. Okay, and somewhere problem is here somewhere in the description box. So let's check where is the problem. And you know, here it is not, it's services. Let me check where is the mistake. I made a mistake. Yeah, its title is another class. So and description is also another class. Yep. Because now let's save it and let's see. Okay, there is a problem in the description. Let's go and check in the markup, and again it is, here we go. So p element description, spelling is fine. Services description, let me check again. It's description and description. Yeah, again the problem is this one. Okay, so now it's looking good. So, and the icons are also looking great with this style. So, you know, when I hover over it, you can see after hovering, there is a nice transition. Or okay, so let's move on to the next section. The next section is pricing plans. So let's start working with this pricing plans section. Okay, so here we are, and the pricing plans, for this we have to go to the index, and here down below, let me remove these extra spaces, save it. So let's have comments for pricing section, and then let's say end of the pricing section. Now here what we have to do, let's go with the section element, assigning it a class. The class is going to be pricing section, padding top is going to be 5. Then we have to go with a div, assigning it a class, container, another div, assigning it a class, and it is going to be section title. Then we have to say text center. Let's go with heading 2. where it has to be pricing plans. Then let's go with some p element, and here we should go with some lorem text of 12 words. Let's go with the div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw. Another div, assigning it a class. This is going to be column large 3, column small 6. Let's have another div, assigning it a class. This should be price item, and let's say beginner. Then let's go with another div, assigning it a class where it is going to be price top, and then let's have a heading 4 where it should be beginner. Let's have another div here, assigning it a class. This class is going to be price section, and we are going to go with heading 3. So it is going to be, let's say, $69. And the next one is going to be p element with per month. And let's have a unordered list here, where it is going to have some list items. So the first list item is, I just want to go with some lorem ipsum, some lorem 3 words, okay. And I just want to copy this for several times. I think four times is enough. It's enough for 4 times. Then we have to go with the anchor tag. Then it should have a class. The class is going to be again site button, and then site button gradient, and then here we should say get started. Okay. Let's save it and let's see in the browser. So okay, so here we have something. Now what we can do, let's copy and paste it. So I want to copy it from here to here. Copy this. Paste it, and this is going to be intermediate. So intermediate, and this is also going to be intermediate, and in the pricing here it should be, let's go with $89. Let's see. Okay, let's have another one. Again, it should be $109. It is going to be advanced, and here is also going to be advanced. So yep, and let's have another one. So this is going to be professional. Let's change this one and this one. So it is going to be professional, and I just want to keep it capital. And this is, let's use 169. $8. Let's see how does it look. Okay, so now let's go to the main.css and start styling this section. And let me remove these extra spaces from here. Okay, so first of all, I would like to go with the price item class, where the text alignment is going to be center, then background is going to be white, and padding bottom would be 40 pixels, margin 15 pixels 0, border radius is going to be 13 pixels, overflow would be hidden, box shadow, and for this, I do have this box shadow. So this property of box shadow, I should make it international, global, but I didn't, so let it be here. Okay, then the next one is going to be transition, and transition is going to have all 0.4 seconds. Now we have to go with the price item hover, and again I would like to go with the same box shadow properties, not the same, but let's say 83, then 210 and 245, so it is going to be 245 and then 0.7. okay, let's save it. Then we have to go with the price item and price top. So price item and price top, the height for this is going to be 156 pixels, and padding top is going to be 27 pixels. Then the next is going to be, I want to copy this selector, let me paste it here. Let's go with heading 4, and here we can go with the color. It is going to be white. Font size for this is going to be 22 pixels. Then font weight, this would be 400, and the text transformation is going to be uppercase. Then I would like to go with the price item and price section. So spelling of the price is okay, I'm just doubtful in my spellings. And price section, the width for this is going to be 144 pixels. Then I would like to go with the height, which would be same, 144 pixels. Let's go with the margin. Margin is going to be minus 71 pixels, and auto and 30 pixels. Then we have to go with the padding top, and this top padding is going to have a 35 pixels. Let's go with the border radius. The border radius is going to be 50%. background is going to be white. It's not attachment, actually it is background color and it's white. Then the box shadow, I do have a box shadow, no, again let me get the box shadow. Okay, let's write it, box shadow. So 0 pixels, 5 pixels, 6 pixels, then RGBA, where we have to go with 6, 1, 48, and then 0.5. Okay, then let me copy this, bring my mouse here, paste it here, and we should go with heading 3. So the font size is going to be 40 pixels. Then the font weight is going to be 600. Then we have to go with the color, and it is grayish, or gray, not grayish, gray. And you know what I'm going to do, let me copy this selector, paste it here. Let me show you what's going on in the browser. You guys can see these rounded circles. Okay, so the price, and now we have to go with the P element. So is just say text transform and uppercase. Then let's go with the color gray, and let's go with the price item unordered list. So the list style is going to be none. Margin bottom, which is going to be 20 pixels. You know, before this style type we had the bullets here, and now there isn't any kind of bullets or dots, you guys can see. The next thing is li. So let me copy this, let's put it here and paste it here. Okay, and then we have to go with the font size. Font size is going to be 16 pixels. Color for this is going to be gray. Margin bottom, this is going to be 12 pixels. Let's go in the price item beginner, and price top. Here we are going to cover the top area, like this one. Okay, these top areas. So for that I have used price item beginner, price top, and the background. Here the background is going to be 09 AEF0. Okay, now I want to copy this selector. I just want to copy all this, and here it is going to be intermediate, and the background color for this one is going to be 41BAEB. Okay, now we do have the same, so here it is going to be advanced, and here in the advanced one the color is going to be 05C8EB, and let's have the professional one here. So for the professional, the color is going to be 0399F0. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we have done with our pricing section. When I hover over it, why it's not performing anything? There could be a mistake in the hover, because here when I hover there is a nice shadow, and when I hover over here there isn't anything. Let's check that hover. Where is that? We have somewhere this hover here at price. It's prints item, so it's price item, not prints item. And okay, so now when I'm hovering over it, you guys can see that it has a nice effect. Now let's move on to the next section, and in the next section we are going to use jQuery. This is the gallery, so when I click on it, the image appears. It has these, what are these? It has these arrows, the closing button, and the image title. So let's move on, and let's close this one first. Let's start creating this section. Okay, the gallery section. Okay, so here we are. Let's go to the editor. Here is my index.html. Let me get it. Remove the spaces from here. Let's go with the comments. Let's say gallery section, and again end of the gallery section. In here, first of all, let's go with this section element, assigning it a class. This class is going to be gallery. Then let's have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container. Let's have a div here, assigning it a class. This class is going to be title. Not a title. There should be a title, but let's name it raw. This is a raw. And let's have another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column, and text is going to be center. Padding top and bottom is going to be 5. Let's have heading 1 here, assigning it a class. This class is going to be text. No, I don't want to go with the text secondary. Let's say text dark, and text is going to be uppercase. And here, let's see our gallery. Okay. Then let's have another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw. Margin bottom 4. And let's say first raw, align items end, and then we have to go with the div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column large 3, and then we have to go with a link href, and here let's go with the image, add an image 1. As I've told you before, all the images are here in this image img folder. I have 8 images, so I'm going to use all these images here. Then I'm going to say that data, because we are going to use Lightbox here, so I'm using this one here before, and then we will use a Lightbox here. Okay, data Lightbox. I want to name it yoga, and data Lightbox. Okay, and then let's have a data title. So the title is going to be whatever the image title. I'm just using image title, and then within this I would like to go with the image element, having a source, and the source is going to be again image 1. Let's assign it a class. This class is going to be image thumbnail, and I would like to use this gallery class in CSS. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I just want to copy and paste this div for several times. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me copy this div, and first of all save it. Let's go to the browser and see. Okay, we do have an image here. Okay, now what we have to do next, I just copy this 2, 3, 4 times I have used the image, and what I'm going to do, I just want to change the image title, so it is going to be image 2, then this one is going to be image 3, here we are going to have a image 4. Okay, then let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, we do have 4 images here, you guys can see, and yeah, there is a mistake somewhere. Image 4, yeah, it is going to be image 3. Here we go. Yep. So, okay. Now what we have to do next is, let's have a div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be raw margin bottom 4, and let's name it second raw, and align items end. Okay, now within this, again, let's have a div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column lg3, and an anchor tag href, image, and this time is going to be image 5, and you know, let's use the data lightbox, and it is going to be yoga. Then we have to use the data title, so data title is going to be image title, and let's use the image here, image element, the source of the image element, image 5, and let's have a class image thumbnail and gallery. Okay, so what we are going to do here, again, let's copy and paste it for several times. Okay, so save it. First of all, let's see how does it look here. Okay, we have an image here. Now copy this, paste it here, image 6, save it, browser, okay, 6, so here it is going to be image 7, and then here it is going to be image 8. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and here we go. Okay, so we do have the images, but right now it's HTML behavior, so we don't want this one. What we have to do, we just want to have a lightbox here. So when we click on the image, it should be like this. Okay, let me click on it, and it should appear like this. So for this, go to the Google, type Lightbox JS. Here is the link, Lightbox Lokesh Thakur. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. Lokesh Thakur. Okay, Lokesh Thakur. Click on it. Here is the Lightbox. It has a GitHub link also. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to install it using npm. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to install using npm. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on GitHub releases page. Just click on it. Here is the latest version. Okay, I do have this version. Source code. Okay, click on it. I have this Lightbox. I have download this Lightbox box folder here in this Jquery file, and here is the folder. I have extracted it here, and from here go to the distribution folder. Click on it. Here you guys are going to find 3 folders. We need 2 files from here. One is from CSS, this min, and this Lightbox. I'm going to use this min. I just want to copy this. Where is the copy? Copy this. Here is Jquery. I want to paste it here. Okay. And again, I'm going back to the Lightbox. Then within this folder, distribution folder, now the JavaScript files. So again, I just click here, and here I do have the Lightbox minified version. Okay, so Lightbox min. I just want to copy this one, going back to the folder, and here is the space I add the JavaScript file. Now there is another thing which is hold on. Within the distribution folder, the images. I want to get the same images. Why I'm getting these images? I'm just copying it. I'll show you. These images have the closing button and next and previous buttons. So for that, I'm going to use this images folder. Here we are, and you guys can see that we have these folders. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I am going to add this. I am playing with my mouse. Here I'm going to link the CSS file here. So link, yeah, I need another file also. I'm going to tell you that Jquery file. So first of all, let me link this one here. Link related to style sheet. Style sheet href, which is going to be Lightbox Min CSS minified version. Okay, then I would like to go, and here is another file. So here go to Google, type Jquery CDN Google, and here hosted libraries Google developers. Just click on this link and get the Jquery CDN link. I'm using CDN. If you guys want to download, please feel free to do this. I'm just copying it from here, and I would like to paste it within the header section. Okay, head section. Here we go. Then the next thing is this Lightbox Min Js. So I would like to have it in the body section below. So where is that? And down below somewhere here, let's use the script. Source is going to be Lightbox. It's not min.js. And now we have to create another file, so which is going to be not in the images folder, but out of this. So here it is going to be main.js, and in main.js I would like to have a call, and what I would like to do, I'm just saying that document, when this HTML document is ready, there would be a function. So this function has to perform something, what this function is going to do, go to the release here, and not here, sorry, let's go back in the Lightbox 2, and here it has the documentation. Go to the options section, and here they are saying lightbox.option. I'm just copying this one as it is. Copy this code, paste it here, and here I don't want this resize duration. I want to delete it, and wraparound is going to be false. Okay, and let me go back and check. Yeah, and this is only what I want to do. Okay, let's move on to the browser and let's see how does it look. First of all, I would like to refresh it, and here is the gallery section. Let me click on the image. Okay, and here is the other image. The next image, let's go back, and yeah, it's working. Here you guys can go with the image title. Let's close it. So I just want to give it a little bit of CSS effect. So for that, let's go to the main.css. Here after the pricing section, I don't have the ending of this one, so end of the pricing. Now here let's go with gallery class, and let's use the back face visibility, sorry, the back face visibility. So the back face visibility is going to be hidden. Then we have to go with the transition, and transition is going to be all 0.4 seconds. And then let's go with the gallery hover, and here we are going to use the transform property. It's transform, and it is going to use a scale, and the scale is going to be value of scale. It is going to be 1.05. Let's save it. Now let's go to the browser again and let's see. Okay, when I again, okay, so you know, when I hover over it, it has the effect. Nice transition. Close it, hover over it, image, close it. Okay, and it is responsive too. So let me show you the responsiveness of this. Here we go, and you guys can see that here is the gallery section. When we click on it, it is responsive and it's working. Okay, let's go back to the editor. Now we do have the, what do we have here? Yeah, we do have this accordion FAQ section, then we have a footer. So here we are, index.html, and let's remove these extra spaces from here. Then here let's go with the FAQ section. First of all, I would like to go with the comments, and FAQ, end of FAQ. Okay, now here within this within these lines, let's go with the section element, and let's have an ID. ID is going to be FAQ. Then let's have a class. This class is going to be FAQ, not FAS, FAQ. And let's say section background, and padding top is going to be 5. Then we have to go with another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be container, and let's have another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be section title. Let's have heading 2. This heading 2 is going to be FAQ. Now we would like to go with a p element and some lorem ipsum text of 12 words. Then we have to go with the div, assigning it a class. This is going to be FAQ list. And then within this, let's go with some unordered lists and a list item. And let's have a font awesome icon class, FAR, FA question circle, and it's going to be icon help. And then after, let's have a link here. This link is going to be it is going to have an ID. The ID is going to be FAQ list, and FAQ list with list 1. Okay. Okay. And then after, we should have to use some classes here. So the class is going to be, first of all, hold on. Here it has to be, it should have a data toggle, and it is going to be collapse. Now let's use a class, and this class is going to be again collapse, and we have to use the, okay, it's done. Then we have to use some a title, so lorem ipsum 1, and after this let's have an other font awesome icon here. So the class, and this class is going to be FAS, FA chevron, and chevron down icon show. Okay, and I would like to go with another font awesome icon class, FAS, FA chevron icon, chevron up icon close. So FA chevron up and icon close. Here the icon is going to be shown, and here it is going to be closed. Then we have to go with what? Let's wait a minute. And you know, it has to be within this anchor tag. Okay, it has to be here. Now let's go with another div. After this, let's have a div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be it has to be, yep, let's say collapse show, and let's have an ID. So this ID is going to be FAQ list 1. Okay, I'm using this ID, and it shouldn't be in parentheses. Now let's use a data parent class, and here it is going to be this one, FAQ list. So let's say FAQ list. Okay, let's save it, and then after, within the same div, let's go with the p element, and let's have some text of 15 words. And this is what we have done with the first one. So it has to be just for the convenience, because I don't want to write it again and again. And here is the let me close this and this. Okay, so we do have it here, and here is the problem. Why it is not showing the other one? Okay, we will check that. Okay, so what we have to do first, let me style this and then we will be back and start working on this. Okay, we will complete the markup. First of all, for the styling, I would like to close my main.js file because we don't have to work with that anymore. And now here, after this gallery style, let's end off gallery, and then here let's go with, what is the name of this, FAQ section. Okay, now this FAQ section, first of all I would like to go with the section title class, and here it has a text align. The text align is going to be center. Margin bottom is going to be 55 pixels. Let's use FAQ, and then FAQ list, and padding is going to be 0 and 100 pixels. Then I would like to go with the same selector. Let me paste it here, unordered list, and this unordered list is going to have a padding of 0, and list style is going to be none. Then we have to go with FAQ again, FAQ list, li, and then again li, and let's have a margin top. So the margin top is going to be 15 pixels. Then let me get this selector, copy this, paste it here, and within this let's go with the padding. The padding is going to be 20 pixels. Then background is going to be white, and then we have to go with the border radius, which is going to be 4 pixels. Then position is going to be relative. Again here I just want to copy this, paste it here, anchor tag, where it is going to display in a block. Let's use the position relative. Font size is going to be 16 pixels. Line height is going to be 24 pixels. Font weight is going to be 400, and I think we do have 500 too. Let me check here. So the font 300, 400, and 600. Okay, so we do, let's use a 400, and padding would be 0 and 30 pixels. Then let's use outline, which is going to be none. Okay, then here we are going to say FAQ, and then FAQ list, and this icon help we have created. So icon help is going to have a font size of 24 pixels. Then it has a position is going to be absolute. Let's use the right of 0. Left would be 20 pixels. color for this is going to be 021235, and the next one is, this is icon help, so we have to work with icon show and close. So FAQ, then FAQ list, then icon show, and let me get the same selector, copy this, paste it here. It is going to be icon close. Okay, let's have a font size here, 24 pixels. Position is going to be absolute. Right is going to be 0. Top would be, I do made a mistake here, top would be 0, and now we have to work with the P element. So FAQ list and P element, where margin bottom is going to be 0. Padding would be 10 pixels, 0, 0, 0. Okay, let's use this icon show class here, and it should say display none. And again, let's use the icon link and collapsed class. Hold on, I haven't used this collapsed class. Actually, it's a collapse. I've made a mistake somewhere here in my first of all, let's not go with this one. Let's save it until here, and we'll see if it, how does it work if I've made any mistake in the markup. Yeah. It is here, and we cannot see those arrows, right? For that, first of all, let's go back and check the spellings. So let me review this code and we'll continue this. So here we had one of this mistake, this one, and the second one is this collapse is another, show is another class. It's not with this. And now let's check in the browser, how does it look? And again, okay, so now it is fine, but still there is a problem. It has to be down. It hasn't to be like this. It has to be like this: up, down, close, and show. So for this, let's go to the main.css, and here let's finish the styling, and then we will see then how does it look. Let's go with FAQ and FAQ list, then anchor tag, and then collapse. And here it is going to have a color, so the color is going to be 00162C. Then we have to go with collapse hover. So I just want to copy this one from here, the selector. Let's paste it here. Let's say hover, and again the color here is going to be 0874 BD. Now let's go with the icon show. So I do have the same selector, I'm using it here, and let's use the icon show class here. where it has to be displayed in display none, and then we have to go with closing class also, icon close class. So for this, again here, and it should be icon close. Okay, I've found another mistake of mine, and this mistake is here. Let me show you. This one, this class is not a collapse, it's a collapsed class. Okay, collapsed. And then here it is going to be, this is also collapsed class, this is also collapsed, this one is also collapsed, this one is also collapsed. Okay, and this icon is going to display none here again, or for opening and for closing, or for showing or closing. Okay, then the next thing we have to go with is media screen. So there is an error again. First of all, in this first one, it is not going to be this class, you know. Let me check, because I think I have data toggle is collapse and the class is collapse. Yeah, but from the second one we are going to use the collapsed class. So just let it be like this, and we will fix this issue again. Here, let's use the media query, and at media the maximum width for this is going to be 1200 pixels. Then here we have to go with FAQ, and then FAQ list class, where padding is going to be 0. Padding is going to be 0. Let's save it. Okay, move on to the browser, and here in our browser, load. So it's not appearing. We have to work with this. So how do we do this? Let's copy and paste this same selector from this li to the li closing. So just for the convenience here, let me copy this, paste it here. Here the FAQ is going to be 2. It is also going to be 2, and this lorem ipsum is also going to be 2. And then here we are going to show, we are going to use the class which is going to be collapsed. So this one is going to be collapsed. Let's save it, move on to the browser. There must be a typo mistake somewhere again. Up. Later on we will fix this issue. So let's complete this one. Let's have 2 more, and here let's just change the numbers of the IDs. So I'm pressing the Alt key to select together the third one, and here I just want to go with this one, and this one, it is going to be 4th. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and it is working, but it is not showing the chevron icons. So for that we need to fix these small issues. Yeah, up, it has to show the down one, which is not appearing here. So we need to fix that issue, but it is working, and there must be a typo mistake, so we'll fix it later. Okay, now it is done, the FAQ section is done, and the video is already, it is more than 2 hours. So let's have this one, this footer section, and for the footer section, let me remove all these extra spaces from here, close it, and here we have to go with the, okay, before moving on, let me show you the problem in our nav bar. So here the ID is the problem. The ID is not my nav bar, the ID is my nav. So we just have to remove this by navbar from here, save it, move on to the browser, and let me show you that how now it is working. Okay, so here when you click on the menu is appearing. When you click on it, it is disappearing. And if you want to remove this outline, just go outline, use important flag, and use the none property for this one. Outline, show outline is going to be nothing. In the previous projects, if you are interested to know how we can remove this outline, please concern any previous project and you guys will have the solution of this problem. So now we have solved this menu problem. Now let's move on and start working with the first section. And I am going to give the code in the description below. Check the code, and in the code I will fix this issue also, this up and down arrows. So you guys will have you guys will have a complete project without these errors or bugs. Okay, so here we are. Let's go to the footer section. So now let's start creating footer, and I'm going to use the footer element. Then I would like to go with the div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be a container class, so container. Then we would like to go with another div, assigning it a class. It is going to be raw. Then let's have another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column small 6 and column medium 4. Then I would like to go with a div. It's just think it's a wrapper div and another div, assigning a class. So this class is going to be widget. Within this one, I would like to go with heading 5, and heading 5 is going to be about yoga life, or whatever the name of this, so the web page. And then we would like to go with a p element. Let's have some lorem ipsum of 10 words. Then after, let's have another div, a wrapper div, and a div with a class. This class is going to be widget. And then after, let's have a heading 5, and it is going to have information. Then we would like to go with the unordered list, and within this unordered list we'll have a list item with href, and let's assign with href, and let's have a home. Then I would like to copy and paste this li for several times. So okay, and here I just want to go with some dummy links. Dummy links mean lorem ipsum. Okay, and let's go with, this should be a terms and condition. Okay, so terms and conditions. Then we have to go with let me bring it here. Let's go with another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column small 6 and column medium 4. Then we have to go with a div. It's a wrapper div again, and within this div again I would like to assign a class, and this class is going to be widget class, and then we have to go with again heading 5, and this heading 5 is again going to be yoga life, and not yoga, it's a yoga life. Then I would like to go with a p element here, and this p element is going to have some lorem ipsum of, could be 6 words. Then after, we have to go with another unordered list. This unordered list is going to have a list item, and this list item is going to have a span element, then assigning it a class, and this class is going to be fa stack and falg. Then let's have a font awesome icon class. This class is going to be circle, and then we have to say fa stack, and it is going to be 2 times bigger. And then we have to go with another font awesome icon class. So here it is saying that fa calendar and calendar alt, and then fa stack, then it is going to be 1 time bigger, increasing its size, and then we have to go with the fa inverse. Okay, and then we should go with, let me be here, after this span, let's have a contact number 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, then after this li, we have to go with another li, and then it also have to go with a span element, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be fa stack falg. You know, here it shouldn't be a number, this number shouldn't be here. Let me cut it, and I have to place it here. Here it is going to say Monday to Friday, let's see, and 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then here within this stack, let's have this the same element here within this span element, and I just want to change something here. In place of this calendar, I would like to go with the font, and it's a font, and then I would like to, here it's a contact number. Then again, let's copy this li, and let's paste this li again here, and here let's change this one into email. So info@test.com, not text, it's a test. And here in place of this font, it should be envelope, and then you have to go with what? Okay, let's go to the browser and let's see how does it look. So here, okay, so these circles are for the stacks. Okay, this one, I think there must be some problem here somewhere. Let me check again. Which one is this? It's a calendar. This calendar should be there. So let me check where is the problem, where I've made a mistake somewhere. Okay, we'll see. We'll fix this issue. Then after these divs, let's have another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column small 6, and then column medium 4, and then we have to go with another wrapper div again, and within this wrapper div, let's have another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be widget again, and then after we should have a h5. This h5 is going to say our location, and then we have to add a p element, so mention your address. Then after this, let's have another div, a wrapper div, and again a div with a class. This class is going to be widget again, and this widget is going to have a heading 5 with follow us, and let me bring it here. Then we have to go with some unordered lists, so ul, and let's have a class with this one. So the class is going to be social network. Is going to be social network, and these social networks are going to have list items, assigning a class. The class is going to be social Facebook, where we would like to go with a link, and then we have to go with a font awesome icon class, which is going to be Facebook. And what I'm going to do is I just want to copy this li and pasting it for a couple of times. So here we go, and then in place of this Facebook, we have to change it into Instagram and Twitter. So first of all, let me remove this and let's call it Twitter. And here, let's change it, replace it with Instagram. So Instagram, let's save it. And then we have to go with the footer element, the footer credits. So yeah, here we have, and let me show you what I'm talking about here. So I'm talking about these footer credits is copyright and designed by. So here in this section, like not in this section, let's have another div here, assigning it a class. This class is going to be sub footer, and within this sub footer we would like to go with another div, assigning a class. This class is going to be container, and let's have another div, assigning it a class of raw. Then we would like to go with another div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column small 6, and then column medium 6, and then let's have column large 6. Okay, and let's have another div, again our wrapper div. Then after this we have a div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be text left, and then we have to go with a p element where we are going to use ampersand, copy semicolon. Then we have to say copyright, and let's say yoga and all rights reserved, and then after not here, actually it should be after this div. Hold on, okay. So here let's have a div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be text right. And then after we have to go with another div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be credits. Then after, let's say designed by Lorem. We can add a link here also, but let's go without that. Let's save it, and there should be another div. No, hold on, I think not here, but okay, let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser. So the footer credits, okay, it's fine. Now let's go to the style sheet and style.css and start styling this one. So here is the main CSS, and I am not going to use those comments, but just a line of separation. Then let's use the footer element and start styling it. Padding is going to be 50 pixel, then 0 and 0. Then we have to choose the footer footer widget class. So here the margin bottom is going to be 30 pixels. Then I would like to choose the same class, copy it, paste it here, and let's go with heading 5 element. Then here the font size is going to be 20 pixels. Then we have to go with the margin bottom again, and margin bottom it is going to be 10 pixels. Then we have to go with text transformation, so text transform, which is going to be uppercase. Now let's use the subfooter class. It's a class, subfooter, and here we have to go with margin top, which would be 30 pixels. Then let's choose the background, and the background is going to be white. Then I would like to go with the border top, and it is going to be 1 pixel solid. It's pixel 1 pixel solid, and let's have a white color again. Then we have to go with the padding, and the padding is going to be 30 pixels, 0 and 10 pixel. Now subfooter anchor tag, where the color is going to be gray. Then we have to go with again footer, and let's go with the subfooter p element, where the font size is going to be 14 pixels. Okay, let's see what's going on in the browser. So first of all, let me check this issue, and here in the index.html, where is the problem? So everything is fine from here. Okay, so here is the problem. Look at this, fe stack. Let's save it, and first of all let's go back and see that. Yep, so that was the problem only. And now we have to go back to the main.css, and now we have to start styling our widgets. So for the widgets, subfooter is this one, and the widget widget is a class, and this class is going to be widget, and it should be widget unordered list, widget ul. And now we have to say that list style type is going to be let's say none. Then we have to go with the margin left. Margin left is going to be 0, and padding left is also going to be 0. Then we have to work with social network, the social network class is going to have a margin left, and this margin left is going to be 0. Then we have to change the padding left, it is also going to be 0. Now let's have a margin top, which is going to be 10 pixels, and then we have to go with again the social network text align left, and let's say text align left, and social network list style is also going to be none. Okay, not a complete type. Okay, then we have to go with the ally of the social network and the list item, where it is going to have a margin of 0. Then padding is also going to be 0. Display is going to be inline block, and then we have to go with the social network link anchor tag, where the margin is going to be 0, then 2 pixels, and 0 and 0. Then we have to use let me bring it here, and I just want to copy the same selector. I want to paste it here. Let's go with the hover, and the hover is going to have a color. The color is going to be white. Then we have to, I do have a same selector, so here I'm going to use the font awesome icons here with the width of 40 pixels. Height is also going to be 40 pixels, and we should go with line height. The line height should be 40 pixels. Then we have to go with the text align, and the text alignment is going to be center. Then the color for this is going to be white. Let's use the transition here, and here the transition is going to be background is going to be 0.3 seconds, and ease in out. Then let's use text align center, and border radius is going to be 3 pixel. Let's use padding, which is going to be 0 here, and save it. Let's go to the browser. Okay, so we cannot see because we changed the color of these links into white. So for that, again, let's use the social network, and let's use the social Facebook and and then here let's see background. Here the background is going to be 3873 AE. And for the next one, let's copy this, paste it here. Sorry, it wasn't selected. Paste it here and here, and this Facebook is going to change with Twitter. So the Twitter, and here the color is going to be 62C and 6F8. Then this one is going to be Instagram, and here it is going to say that it should be D74890. D74980. Okay, let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, and if you guys want to have some kind of what do we say, transition, use some hover on this. The video is going to be too long, so I'm just going to stop it here. Let's check the responsiveness of this web page, and here is the inspect element, and let's go and from the beginning. Okay, so we do have a menu, and this time our menu is working. Okay, the slider, then the about section. You guys can see that everything's stacked nicely on top of each other. And here is the pricing section. Then we do have a image gallery using Lightbox, and it is functioning, it is responding, and it is responsive too. Here we have the footer section, so you guys can see that it is also working well. So I hope that you guys will like this project. If so, don't forget to subscribe the channel, hit the like button if you guys like this video. I'm going to mention the code in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one, in the next project. Hasta la vista. Ciao, ciao.